Hi, welcome. This is Garro, and today I'm sharing with you how to actually do an energy balance with your students. So we have Jean being our assistant today. We have our lovely Emily feet down here. So this is such a wonderful tool for you to do, especially when your students are in Shavasana, but you can actually do it at the start of the class. If you have someone that comes in and they're really frazzled and you're like, okay, this person isn't really with me today, I'm just going to get them to calm down. So you can even do it before you do a meditation. So it's very, very simple. You need to make sure that you're down low with your student. Yes, you're going to be working with your student, but the most important thing is that you're looking after and honoring yourself. So looking at Jean's posture, you can see that she's got her body in the right sort of position. Her back is straight. She's not like leaning over and bending down and hunching and things like that. So first of all, you look after you, because if you're in pain, that energy is going to transfer through to your client. So if you need to get yourself into a block, or to be sitting on a block or sitting on a bolster or something, then you need to look after yourself first. So then what you need to do is get yourself comfortable, as we mentioned. You can actually do this with a few different oils. Today we're going to be doing this with lavender essential oil, but any sort of grounding oil is really good. So you could be using cypress or cedarwood. Think of it, grounding oils are tree oils. So think that like a tree goes up with a deep root system going down to the earth. So that's where your tree oils are really nice and grounding. But lavender is really calming and soothing to the nervous system. So we're going to be doing it with some lavender oil today. So what we need to do is, you're going to take your oil bottle and you're going to actually drop 3 drops into your hand, and see how Jean was dropping the oil from a height. This is great because it runs through the energy field. Then you're going to rub it onto the sole of that person's foot in a clockwise direction. So that's their clockwise. So that means the 12 is at the top of their foot and it goes around. That's it. And then again, we're going to drop it from a height into the other hand. And so what you'll notice is Jean's going to be putting her right hand to their right foot and her left hand to their left foot. So you do 3 times clockwise. And then she's going to cross her hands over. That's it, keeping her back nice and straight. You want to get as much full palm contact as you can, because you can see here that Jean has all of her palm really gripping the sole of this person's foot. If you're not really into touching feet, this may not be the thing that you want to do. But the one thing to keep in mind is that essential oils in their purest form are actually really anti everything. So they're really good for protecting your body from any bugs or anything like that. So this is a really nice thing that you can do. So now what you do is you're going to close your eyes and you're going to really focus your energy on your student. One of the things, if this is something that's unusual for you, you've never really worked with energy or anything like that before, you can actually kind of match your breathing to their breathing if you're feeling uncomfortable and you're having trouble getting into this. That way you're kind of bringing yourself into harmony with them. When you're holding this position, you'll actually start to feel a pulse. So what will happen is you'll get pulse here, and then you might get pulse, pulse over here, and then you'll get pulse, 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 till eventually they'll both actually start to pulse at the same time. And when they start to pulse at the same time, that tells us that their energy is starting to come into balance. Because really what we're doing is we're calming and anchoring and grounding them. The added bonus is that it calms and anchors you. So this is a really nice exercise for both of you. If you don't feel any pulsing, that's okay. Not everybody feels it. The other thing that you might get is you might get warmth or vibration. Like you might actually start to feel it vibrate where your palm is meeting their foot. That's not unusual as well. So it's wonderful that if you're doing this as a one-on-one, that you can actually sit with them for like 5-10 minutes. Like 10 minutes is a long time. But once you really get into it and you really calm yourself down, it's really soothing, beautiful activity for both of you to do for each other. Once you start to feel the pulsation sort of coming together, if you've been taught energy work or Reiki or anything like that, this is a great time to incorporate that. But once you start to feel it come in, for me, I just kind of get this sense of, oh, okay, they're ready, and I'll just sort of open my eyes. And then once you've finished pulling them into balance, you can just gently pull your hands away from their feet. And then you can just start gently talking to them and going through your process of getting them to wiggle their toes and rub their fingertips together and things like that to start to bring them out of this beautiful space that you've taken them into.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Jen.